Hi everyone. This video is going to be about setting up with Salefreaks. So it's going to be like the initial setup. So it is an hour-long video, but that's because I've made sure it's detailed and easy to understand. Now, if you've just started watching this video for the first time, we have got a full dropshipping course. It's in the profile above, so I'll put the link there. And then if you could then join the WhatsApp group if you already haven't, we've got one-to-one coaching there. And that's just to build up a dropshipping community and help others go from zero, which is creating a Gmail account, PayPal account, eBay account, to getting sales. And that's what the course is there for. So please watch the course, you'll learn loads on it, and then join the WhatsApp group and then start your dropshipping business. But anyway, we're going straight into the initial setup for Salefreaks. And remember to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification.
Okay, so we'll start. Right, so we're doing this video. Well, I'm showing you how to set up. So we're going to be showing this video to others, put on YouTube and everything. So we're going to just go through the setup with Salefreaks, because I know that all our videos are on easync. Yet I actually use Salefreaks to make all my money. So it makes sense to help people, show them how to set up an account on Salefreaks. So we got this page up. I've just asked Scott to get this page up because this is what we're going to sign. We're going to sign up. He's already signed up with one account. He's going to link a new one. So we're going to show the whole process. So once you click the link that's on the description on YouTube, you'll actually come straight through to this. You fill a name, email, password, phone number, and then you click non-API or API, which is that drop down. If you could just
There we go.
And once you've gone through all that, then you'll sign up. Now, the reason why there's two options, non-API and API, is purely the way that Salefreaks communicates with eBay. One option, which is API, is the way that we used to do, and actually one of my stores, and a very successful store, is using, but there is a but coming, API, because it's something that's been used by dropshipping software for a long, long time. eBay have decided to slow the sales down on those stores, and in some cases, unfortunately, they can shut you down. Remember, they're a private company. They can make that decision. They don't need any laws or anything that's going to allow them to just, stop you. They can just do it. So the API token, unfortunately, does get us seen by eBay. Now, a lot of people come up with solutions like Salefreaks can have this non-API option. So API is a token where information gets sent to you. Literally, it's like having a Chrome extension, but on eBay, and information gets sent to it. And non-API is where it logs in like a person. So it's like, think about like a robot or a system, a piece of software logs in for you and acts like you. Literally types in the password, logs in, lists, changes things, makes changes to prices. All that stuff is done by like a piece of software instead. So again, it mimics a person, so it doesn't look like we're using the API token. So we'll choose non-API. We'll assume we're all signed up. Scott, if you could go onto your
Salesforce account, there we go.
Yeah, so this is what it looks like once you're signed up. So Scott has signed up. You will get this page straight away. And he's actually signed up one store already, which is at the bottom of the page. It says active.
Yep, there we go, active, right there. It took about 24 hours to become active. Before that, it said, I think it said activating, and then it came to active.
Yeah, it says setup, I think.
Setup, that's the one, yeah.
And they'll tell you like 20, if you even ask them in the chat, they always say 24 to 48 hours. I've never had any longer than 24 hours. It's not a problem. So we're going to actually set up a store today. So this is the dashboard that you'll see, but we're actually going to add another one now. And then once we've done that, I'm just going to record a call. Once we've added the account, then it'll go into setup. So if we go on to add account, which is what everyone's going to be doing when we first sign up, there is a charge of $30 to do this, and you can't get away from that charge. That's just the way it is. So can you remember your...
I think I can. I'll go back and... Can I remember? I'll go back and have a look at it. Yeah.
One of those where you're like, damn it, should have written it down.
Yeah, I think that's the account name.
I can always cut these bits. Like, I can always edit these.
It's fine. I don't mind too much.
I'm rubbish at editing though, so...
Now the question is, can I remember my password?
Oh man.
There we go.
This is where I'll be referring to loads of things.
Yeah, so the shipping policies will just write what we are going to make the shipping
Yeah,
policies
yeah,
on,
because you're going to get 24 hours to do this. You can do this after.
Yeah.
So this is what I would write. I would write postage.
Yeah.
With a capital P, returns with a capital R, and payment with a capital P, and that's just to make it.
Oh, postage.
Yeah, I just make it all really simple because on eBay it says postage, returns, and payment.
Yeah.
They're the names of the policies.
And remote access, none, and proxy. And
So we're going to add a proxy today. Now, again, I'm going to do a quick explanation of why I believe that a proxy is a better idea. It's not completely necessary. However, if you say none, then Salefreaks, because there's something, and again, I don't want to overload anyone with information, but they have something called safe access, which is their own way of accessing eBay. So it's literally like you click on this square that has your eBay account name in, and then it'll load a screen. So it's like going through another server. So you're not going through your computer. You're going through it's like going, I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, going through a remote desktop.
Yeah. And
once you go on there, what happens is when you log into eBay, where it's logging in from is a server. It's actually a server that's owned by Amazon, and it's a server that's like a big server. And eBay don't really like people coming in from these big servers because they don't link you, but they just don't really like it. So people have had access issues. Some people have been suspended and then have to get their accounts reinstated. And I thought, just to avoid these issues, use a proxy. A proxy is like having another computer somewhere else that your computer sends data to. So you want to click on something, it sends the information to there first, then sends it to eBay, or then sends it to the website that you're actually intending to go on. So essentially, eBay is going to see the IP address of this proxy, this other computer, and not Salefreaks'. So we want to add that proxy. And you can get proxies online, you can buy them, you'll have to just Google it to get them.
Yeah.
I am helping students out in the WhatsApp group, like how I already have with you, Scott, where I'm getting them off my supplier, and luckily they can get them very quickly. So
yeah, I'm the guinea pig.
Yeah, cheap and quick.
Yeah. So we've got the proxy, haven't we?
Yeah. Did I give you it, or no? I haven't. Have I? I've got it.
Yeah. I don't think you've given it to me yet.
This is that moment where I'm like, I should have got it written down. Right. Okay, got it. So I'll just say out then, or yeah.
If that's not my right password, I can go back and change that, can't I, in case I got it wrong?
I'm gonna ping this to you. I'm gonna ping this to you and let you type it.
Yep.
I have to send it from my personal phone and then send it from my business phone.
Oh, yeah. But let's see if it puts in the password automatically again as well.
That'd be mental.
We'll probably want to hide this proxy as well, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's just because obviously the username and password and everything is a good idea to hide it. So, oh man, you're making me edit stuff, dude.
Yeah, right.
See at the bottom it says, well, actually, no, I'll say this in a minute. Unless we blur this out, but at the bottom it says there, 24 to 48 hours. So,
right,
what I recommend everyone to do is, if you've got any settings that you haven't set up on eBay, which I suppose I could be doing as well, but I don't want to do it on this video because it's just about setting up on Salefreaks. But I do recommend things like with your postage to do 3 to 5 days. At the moment in this current climate, 3 working days is okay, but I personally have been setting them up 3 to 5 days and I'm getting sales fine. So, and that's purely because some people are getting them within 3 or 4 days easy, and then some people that seem to be taking up to a week, and it's just you covering yourself by saying 3 to 5 plus your handling time plus weekend. So
that's during coronavirus, isn't it?
Yeah, but I honestly probably going to leave them with 3 to 5. I really don't mind. It covers you for everything. I don't go any smaller than 3 days now.
Yeah.
I don't do 2 days. I used to do 48 hours, like you saw in the video. I used to do 48 hours, and that is still fine when everything's good, because we never had problems with too many late deliveries.
Yeah.
But I just like having that buffer of an extra day.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Good idea. Yeah.
But if anyone's watching this now, make your postage 3 to 5 days. but see the videos on our playlist of the course, and you'll see all the eBay settings set up, because there's no point in us going through it all now because it is the same.
Right, so we'll add this account, yeah?
Yep, add the account. And there it is. And I've just done this myself as well, so I've got one that says set up at the bottom.
And there it is, set up.
Go.
Nice. Cool. So
and then
we'll jump into this one, yeah?
Yeah, and then jump in. So now, basically, what will happen is everyone, it says setup, you can see that, then it jumps into active the very next day. So it's lovely to be able to show people how to add the account, and then now we've got one that's active. So the next thing you do once you've done all that, you go up to settings and global settings. Which is the very first thing we always do. Now, I'll try and explain something a little bit, the difference between API and non-API settings. But if you click on select account, select the account that you have. So when the other one is done, it will populate here as well. So when the account's done, this is where they go.
And we'll select supplier, Amazon.
Yeah, always Amazon, because they are going to be they're adding more suppliers at the moment.
Oh, cool.
They're trying to do Amazon dropshipping, by the way. They just told me there's a beta test. They want to do dropshipping on Amazon, which is insane.
From what?
I don't know, but how cool is that? They're going to try and automate this process.
That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome. I've told them they haven't got any UK testers, so hey, if you're interested or anyone else, get on the. I want to go on the beta test. I can't.
Yeah, I'll be straight on there.
Mate, they're giving it 1 month free.
Really?
Yeah, and they've got no one in the UK.
Well, yeah, definitely put my name forward if he mentions it.
I'll tell them to message you and see what happens, because if they're giving it a month free and you do well, and if you don't do well, you just can't come off it.
Yeah, exactly. Right, anyway. So on the settings.
So we're on the settings. So normally you can do categories here. This is edit FBF category if you want to click on that.
This one, yep.
Yeah, final value fee category. Now there's nothing there, okay, but normally on an API store, so my store that is API, will come up here with all the categories that are sold on eBay. And I thought this is really cool for API, but unfortunately for non-API, because the way it operates, it can't have separate final value fees, because on a business account, you can have as low as like 5% final value fee. It's usually between 7 and 9. On personal accounts, all those people that are still using personal, yours are set at 10, whereas business, you get to have it at 9 and usually less. So it's kind of like you are generally will be making more on business accounts regardless, really. Even though there's sometimes extra fees when you first start out, those final value fees are way more important than any other fees because they're always the biggest fee. So this normally will give you all the categories and you can set them so perfectly, but we can't right now. So we have to use a blanket percentage. So with final value fees, what I recommend, so if you click on the X on there, we're going to go change default to. Now they do leave it at 9, and 9 is actually the average in regards to most of 9. I personally put 10.
10.
And the reason why I put 10, and I know that you're like, well, that's the same as personal, but we're making extra money if it is below 10. Remember that's still in our margins, but I'd rather hit that middle number because some are 11%. It's like it's like a 60-40 split type situation where you're in the favor of 9%, but there are some 11, so I like to hit the middle. Then we move down to PayPal fees. Now at the moment it will be 3.4 and 30p, I think.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
But it will, after £5,000, it will go down to 2.9, and then so on and so forth. It will be tiered. Unfortunately, PayPal are taking more fees than ever now, so it's
nice. Always good.
And then we go down again. Leave these. No,
leave these.
We don't really tax markup. Quantity we're going to leave at 1 for now. That's purely because your stores are small. If you put 2, it will take up double your limits.
Okay.
We don't want to do that.
Okay.
We've got your repricer, so they don't set it at this. Or you've obviously had a fiddle.
Yeah, I did have a little fiddle. Yeah,
that's fine.
I think it was 4 to 12.
It's like 4-5, is it, or something? I thought.
Yeah, something like yeah, it might be something like that.
I think it was. I think they do a default 4-5. You can leave it there if you want, but I like what you've done here. 2 to 18, loving it.
Yeah, see, I watched your video. That's why I did that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think that's the absolute max on the 18 side, and that's purely because of eBay's new policy with this price gouging. So if they believe that you're putting something too expensive to the average price, they will be sending you a message. Okay. If this doesn't work though, Scott, then I advise just go down to 16 because I've never had a problem with 16. But that's
okay. Well, all right, yeah, that's fine. Right, so
the reason why this works well, if anyone's wondering, is purely because if the way the repricer works is if someone else got the same item as you, you go into a bit of a price war. Now, the repricer is not perfect. Sometimes it gets it wrong, but it's not always a bad thing because you sometimes get a sale at like 10% when someone else is definitely selling it cheaper than you. But whatever, it's had a blip, but you still make a sale. But most of the time, you go into a price war, then it'll put you to the lowest. Because the price is constantly moving on eBay, it actually kind of generates your listing to actually go up higher up in the rankings. And the beauty of this repricer, for some reason it does work well, even though some people do complain you can't have price ranges of percentages like easync. It's like, don't mention easync now.
Yeah, don't talk about that.
Yeah. Scott's had a bad experience.
Yeah.
So if you have a low end and then a high end, the reason and a lot of people don't, they actually have a much smaller gap. It's a low and a high end. Imagine you have the only item of that item, that only title of that item, exact item. Someone finds it, they then buy it at 18%. So you're going to get way more profit. You don't want to miss out on those big sales. And sometimes I've sold stuff for 100 quid, and I've got the 16% that I wanted, so I've got 16 quid off that one sale. And you can make 5 of those sales, and you're close to a full-time income. That kind of thing. So it really does make a difference when you have a big gap. So if you ever want to create higher sales velocity, I know you're at 2, so you haven't got 5. You can only go as far as 0. You can go -1 if you wanted to, but not do that. You could go to 0 if you want to kick up some more sales.
Yeah, I want sales in the first thing, so I'd probably go down to maybe 1.
Personally, I think 2's good. Honestly, 2's good. You'll be surprised. Non-API, and I didn't mention this before to anyone, non-API actually will get you more sales in the long run, and you will get a higher sales velocity in general.
Yeah, okay, so we'll change that to 2.
It's a good place to start because you don't want to build too fast, and I will explain this as we go along. In fact, it's a very good point I need to bring up, because I need to tell you as well anyway, so I might as well say it on here. Mm-hmm. So on the next one is minimal profit per sale. I still have this as 0 personally. Okay. But I know why you've set it at this.
Yeah, so I said my reasoning behind setting it was this, is because of the charge of the automatic order that Salefreaks has. So I thought if I set it as 40p, then at least I'm going to break even on everything I sell.
Yeah, like regardless of what price it is, and that makes sense. So yeah, I can't remember how many it is. It does tell you when you upgrade your listing, it says how many orders are free, and you will definitely get more than that because we are going to be mainly sniping, only putting on hot selling items, and then that means you're going to get a better sales velocity. And because you're only getting, let's say you're only getting 500 items, they give you fewer automatic orders for the fewer items that you buy, listings you buy. Mm-hmm. Therefore, if you're running it really lean and your listings are selling well, like one item selling multiple times a day or multiple times a week, you're going to hit those limits really fast. Like I hit them in days, and I had the rest of the month to go. So then when I got my bill, I was like, oh, I didn't expect it to be that high, but then I did really well. So I easily covered it, but because in my head I had a fixed fee, it's good to cover yourself. So no, it's not a bad idea to do that. So, it can be changed as well.
So leave it as 0.4 for now for newbie.
And then if
beginners.
If it doesn't work out, you can lower it if you want to get sales velocity before you lower the percentage.
Okay, cool. Okay. Perfect.
So we'll move down again.
Display management.
Leave that one. So Amazon settings. This one, a lot of people use Prime only. I have opted not to use just Prime only, and the reason why is because a lot of Amazon listings, when the Prime goes, there is someone else there, and they usually have quick enough delivery. I know that's not always the case, but I use Prime Priority. It gives you that backup. Okay. Do you know when something's out of stock and it's really annoying? You know what it's like.
It's so irritating.
Prime Priority, they will try and actually order the other item if it's within your margins.
Okay, that's a really good idea.
They do, and usually gets there within 5 days. Hence why I say to people, use 3 to 5 days. It's going to cover you for not only COVID, but these Prime Priority items.
Yeah.
So and believe it or not, I get it's about 15-20% of my orders, or no, maybe 10%. Maybe 10-15% of my orders go Prime Priority, so it is worth doing.
But it can stop the out of stock errors. So
yeah, it can help with them because it will try and order the other item that is a reasonable delivery, and also I think the main thing is it's within your profit range. And sometimes I make more because sometimes they are cheaper.
Okay, brilliant. Well, that's good then. I'll keep.
It's so clever to do that.
Yeah, Prime Priority is.
Oh, and it only looks, as you can read there, it says only uses sellers who have 90% or more positive feedback.
Okay.
So it means it's not going to use a bad seller. You go down to business policy. We've already set that up.
Yep, I've set them.
Shipping
They're the
location.
same.
I'll talk about this briefly. So the business policy, you just change the names. So yours are correct there, obviously, because that's what you called them on eBay.
Yep.
If ever they're correct, you just have to change them and it will resync. Item shipping location, like there's some people leave it. If you leave it, it'll default to Manchester. That is okay. I personally do like to end up changing them. So you've got two choices. You either do them from your house. You say they're coming from your house, where you've registered your address, or you add another address, which could be an Amazon fulfillment center or just another address, whatever you like, onto your eBay account, because it's called the post from address. You literally find the post from address setting, which is easy to find on eBay. You'd put in an address, then you put the same details here. So then it links up, because it's got to link up somewhere. It can either come from your registered address or your post from address.
Yep.
And I've done that with one of my accounts. I've actually got a separate post from to.
I think mine are the same.
Yeah. So here, like, with at least, I'd say with one of them, I'd definitely put it's coming from yours. The reason why it's good to do that, I'll tell you the pros and cons. The pros are people who are then searching locally, your items come up higher, your listings do. So you'll get to people. The only con, and this is a very small one because everyone gets a bit put off by this, you get the odd person who goes, hey, can I come pick it up? And I genuinely had one guy just turn up on my door one day. And I was like, nah.
And did he pick it up? Oh, no, because it wouldn't be there.
That's a stupid question. I was like, he said, I thought it was a shop. I was like, yeah, I mean, when you came into the housing, when you came to a place with tons of houses, you just start to think maybe this isn't a shop. Or have you messaged me and say, have you got a shop? I mean, some people still do that. They just think, oh, I'll just turn up. That's the only very small chance happening.
Right, so I'll leave that's my postcode, so I'll leave it at that, and that will say it's.
Put it in the city as well. Then.
City as well, is it?
Yeah.
So there we go. Pop a cap on that. Cool. So auto order settings.
Change all items in default to. You put the wrong one accidentally.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. Now everyone knows where to find you.
Yeah, they'll all come to my house.
They've got better things to do, mate. Don't worry.
Yeah. Right. Auto order settings.
So Amazon or account protection. Click on change default to. Now these will change, and we'll make changes over time. I really don't want to explain these too much, but they are literally exactly what they say on the tin. So maximum orders you're going to put per Amazon account. So every time you add an Amazon account to Salefreaks, and then the safe access slots I was talking about. This is where you can set parameters, like things that are limitations, so they're less likely to get shut down. Because Amazon, even though they accept dropshippers, like they don't, like technically in their policy, I've seen it, in the Prime policy says, we don't want to buy items to resell, right? You can choose to use non-Prime if you want, but you have to sell over 20 quid, and Prime's always quicker. So we opt for Prime, and they still allow us to do it. So we're not overdoing it on accounts. You can set limitations. I personally don't. I don't use limitations. The only one I do is the balance on hold one. So for now, what I'm going to do with you, Scott, is we're going to delete all of them except for the one that says balance on hold enable.
Okay, because I actually I changed all of these and I didn't know if it was right.
That's fine. So some people have lifetime total, maximum orders, maximum price. So the ones that I do like, I personally like, and I may use, is the minimal order and max order. I remember recommending one of them to them before. The maximal order price, minimal order price, down.
Maximum order price. There we go.
Yeah, that's it. So those are good because you can have one set of accounts that only have cheap items, and then you can have one set of accounts that have a minimal order of £50. And I used to say to Salefreaks, can you make these accounts so I can have minimal order price? And they thought there was no point. I was like, no, because I want some that are dedicated to expensive items.
Yeah.
So now you can do that. So it's great. You can split if you can have multiple. And by the way, everyone, you should have multiple Amazon accounts. I recommend not spending any more than say like a few £100 per Amazon account a day if you can help it. And if you are going the gift card route, then no more than £200. But at the start, it's going to be 100, and then you build it up because you need to build these accounts up to have strength. So I recommend with if you are going to use these, you're going to have you're going to split the minimal and maximum order. But for now, we're not going to use it.
I mean, within 2 days, I was doing over £200 on Amazon a day. Is that bad? Is that bad?
No, it's fine, mate. I was doing oh my god. At one stage, I was banging out about £2,000 in one account in just a day at times.
Wow. And did they? So they might shut that account down. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Now they would, but once you do it too many times with your debit card, you end up being not black. I don't know if it's called black. I don't know if it's blacklisted as such, but you just can't put as many orders through.
Okay.
I could not put any more than 5 through in a day. They would just shut me down with my own debit cards. Whereas I used to be able to put through £3,000, £4,000 a day, and they just wouldn't care.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so I'll just leave that now because I've got 2 Amazon accounts anyway.
Yeah, the balance on hold thing is for gift card users, but we put it on anyway for anyone. And basically, what it means is if Amazon hold your gift card, which they sometimes do, you then don't want to risk the account immediately, because if you then try and top it up again or use it again, like keep putting orders through it, it can get shut down and then your orders get cancelled. We don't want that. We want the account to just stop trading, and then you can then investigate and see if you can fix it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And then you go down.
Okay.
One sec. Max order delay. What's this? Max order delay for orders length for long time. I've never seen that in my life. Just leave it.
Yeah, I can't remember what I think I read about this.
That's a new one. I mean, I get it. So it's max order delay time for just non-prime.
Yeah.
But it's weird
I'll leave it as 1 then.
Yeah.
All right.
The PayPal one, no, nothing. Minimal negative profit. So this one I do put something in.
Mm-hmm.
So I change it to £1, and that's because you get the odd item. When you're selling a cheap item, the amount of times where the price has just changed by 10p and you've lost 5p, the order then fails. But you're going to put it through. You're not going to go, you know what, I've lost 5p. I'm going to tell the customer I want to cancel the order.
It's too much effort.
My threshold's actually £5, but I put £1 on there just in case you get caught out by a hot selling cheap item and you sell 30 of them really quickly.
Okay.
You then can make a decision what you're going to put through, what you're not. So I just like to put it on 1, because then you just smooth the process. You don't mind, quid to quid.
All right, disable order for high price items.
So the high price, that one's some people like to manually put through the high price items. That's their choice. They put them through their debit cards, and then they put everything else through gift cards. So they'll just turn that on and then they'll manually do it. It's just, and then, they prefer to do it that way. That's a preference. And some people believe that if you do it through manually, you keep your Amazon account safer as well. Mm-hmm. But again, that's something that I don't use. I've used it once before because I didn't have enough balance, and then I had to just put my high price orders through a different account. But yeah, I leave that off.
Okay.
Force auto order for Amazon long shipping. Oh, okay. I've heard of this, but I've not used it myself. One sec. Wait, disable will end those long shipping orders during the checkout, move them to push. Oh, that's good. Okay, so you want to disable that then?
Change to disable. So what does that mean?
So it means basically if this is really clever. Salefreaks will check if the prime item, what's happening with COVID-19 with the slow deliveries. Mm-hmm. If it thinks the delivery is like 2 weeks or something or more, and if it knows that through the order process, if it recognizes that, it'll then put it into failed orders. So then you have a choice whether to still put the order through or tell the customer there's a delay.
Okay, that's it. I'll keep that enabled then. That's a good idea.
So isn't disabled that though? Yeah, so
I've just
disable it.
Oh, default is enabled.
Yeah. So change it to disabled. Yeah, it's really weird. So it's force auto order. So you want to disable force auto order.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Disabled. There we go. Right.
Managed accounts is if you have something called managed by Salefreaks, and that's where it's like FBE, like filled by easync. So orders are filled by Salefreaks, and they give you a small percentage back. At the moment, I think it's quite low, but it goes up to about 5% cash back.
Wow.
Per order. But it's managed by them. I personally like to have my own Amazon accounts, but this is a good cost saver if people don't want to and it's a bit easier if you don't want to go and have more Amazon account slots when you start out, because they are $30 a pop. and also means that orders are all fulfilled by them. The only issue is, they still have their problems. They still have, they've got to operate this big operation, with loads of Amazon accounts. They're going to have some niggly issues, and they're still in the early days. So I prefer to run my own Amazon accounts.
And so it's smoother to run your own Amazon accounts for now.
Personally, yeah. You can have a team of VAs that can just do everything for you as well.
Okay.
I like to be more connected, to be honest, to everything. When you start outsourcing to someone else, you've got to fully rely on them. And if they screw up, you have no choice but to get dragged in. I like to use these guys as backup. So I have an account with them, and I'll send them money if I'm desperate. Otherwise, I don't use them. Okay, leave those tax table, PayPal must pay, leave those, don't know what they are really. Attach Amazon invoice sales book. Oh, that's quite cool. See, again, this is a new feature I'm seeing now. Attach Amazon invoices to the monthly sales report. So they're actually making their own invoices so everyone can use it for their VAT.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, because Amazon accounts, if they get shut down, you can't access any of their purchases, you can't get any of the VAT.
I'll change that to
enable that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not currently doing VAT because I don't earn enough, but we will in the future.
Yeah, it's new costs as well, doesn't it? If you ever need to get the data, if your accountant goes, I want to see all the data, and you go, oh, I can't actually do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so stealth mod. This one's quite cool. So if any of you guys got stealth accounts like I do, I have this actually enabled, but we're not going to enable it today. Scott's not going to do that because both his accounts, even though they're going to run on separate IP addresses and separate emails and that stuff, they've both got the same address and a similar name, so they are going to be linked on eBay. And basically what that means is he can't then list the same items on two stores, because there is a tactic you can do with what we call stealth accounts where they're completely separate to each other. They have nothing in common with each other at all, except the end user is the same. They can have the same items listed on them, so then your likelihood of getting sales on those items are higher, and then you dominate those hot selling items. Whereas with this, and it's not a bad thing, you have to list two separate lots of items. Luckily, Salefreaks will not allow you to have the same items because they know that people do this. This is how they make money. So you can have two different lots of hot sellers, price brackets, categories. You could put like electronics and whatever in one, and then some garden stuff and whatever on another. You can have, I used to do price ranges. So I used to have one account that had, say like 10 to 15, and then they'd have 50 to 80. And then the other account would have 20 to 30, and then 100 to 120. Do you see what I mean? I'd have different price ranges on different accounts. That was just how I used to do it. Coupon Hunter, I see you got it switched on.
Yeah, I didn't know. It looked good.
But I don't like it at the same time, and I'll explain why a yes and no type situation. I love it because it genuinely does find those items with coupons on. And then you make a sale and you see it on Amazon. You bought it for £15, sold it on eBay for £15.50, but because of the coupon, you've actually made money because it's like a decent coupon, say it's a £3 or £4 coupon. You've made money and it's barely changed in price, but you've managed to make a good margin within the coupon. Mm-hmm. Now, those items I like to have coupons on again in the future because it will come off. When the coupon goes back on, Salefreaks doesn't actually recognize that, so it doesn't price it in the margin anymore. And you might think that's a bad thing, but it's actually a good thing because I get sales now where it'll have Salefreaks will buy the item off Amazon, apply the coupon, but didn't actually include that in the margin in the first place. So I'm making my 5% plus the coupon value on top.
Little surprise bit of profit.
Extra profit. Yeah. That's where I like it. This is where I don't like it. Salefreaks pulls these items straight off Amazon, where there's a voucher section, which you could technically pull off yourself, but that's not the main issue. The issue is it pulls it straight off and lists it. Now, it means you've not run it through any locator tool. You're not taking it off someone else who's hot selling. So it's not even hot. It might not even hot selling. But the main thing is because you've not done those two things, you're suddenly listing an item that Salefreaks may not know is actually on the Vero blacklist. Vero list that eBay have, and if they don't allow it, you could then get an email saying, "Oh, you've listed this item, we've removed it." You do that more than once, which has happened to me with Coupon Hunter. Yeah. You then get a 3-day sales restriction, and they suck because you either get no sales or you get like 5 sales. And I have an account, one of my biggest account that got it. I've got like 10,000 items, and one day I got 6 sales. I lost money, it sucked, because I got more money way higher than that, everything I would pay for. So, you've got to be careful. So for now, Scott, what I advise, because we're trying to stay under the radar here, we're trying to trying to not be throttled. Let's just turn it off, because if you get one item that does that to you, you're just going to be annoyed.
Yeah, I will be, yeah.
The next one's cashback. Now, unfortunately, this is going to be linked to Quidco. Cashback just means that it's going to go through a cashback website. So the program will just effectively be like a person. It'll click through to Quidco or Be Frugal. Forgot about that.
Yeah, Be Frugal.
These websites and then click through to Amazon. Now, I don't know about Be Frugal, but Quidco unfortunately has no Amazon at the moment because of the COVID-19 stuff. So it means that they're not giving out any cashback.
I'm not sure about Be Frugal. I think Be Frugal might be working.
But that'd be cool if they are. So basically, it'll click through to there, and then you'll get a bit of extra money. And guys, this could be a lot. My first time I ever did this, I got £800 in 1 month. Now I did have a lot of sales. I was doing 200 to 300 sales a day. So you can imagine, yeah, exactly. But now I do less. Well, I don't do much less at the moment because it's been very good recently. But I don't do as many sales at the moment. But I still was generating, before all this happened, £300 a month. But
the sales are good. Sales are good at the moment.
Yeah, sales are very good. So sales at the moment more than make up for not having the Quidco. I don't mind not having it.
Yeah.
I just spend all my Quidco on coffees anyway. And
right, so I'll leave that checked for now, just in case it does work.
Yeah, but that's a nice little extra earner, that is.
Right, add a multiplier.
No.
I'm
not going to run through that because I don't know anything about it, and the other one I don't know either.
Okay, so
the last one. This just. I've used it and it's rubbish. It's basically they think, we don't know these orders, so it's meant to protect you as if something, just in case someone orders something on your account who shouldn't, say like a VA or something, or someone's made a mistake. But to be honest, I've seen ones come up and I know it's not a mistake, so it's just annoying. You just get these emails that are wrong.
Okay, so I won't leave that, and that's
my personal opinion, but I maybe it's improved now. Sorry, Salefreaks, to see this video. Blah blah blah.
So that's the end of the sentence.
That's the end of the sentence, guys.
There we go.
Man.
Oh, no way.
Do you know why that happened? It's because we've not clicked save in so long. Wait. It's fine. So go on Salefreaks, go on the other window. Now log in. So by the way, it times out, everyone. So this does happen, it times out. Now, if it doesn't let us save it, it's going to suck. But he has got this video to go over and put them all in anyway.
I'm sure you'll end the sec, yeah.
I'm not doing this video like this again.
We'll edit that bit out.
Yeah. Oh, this didn't work.
No,
yeah, don't be so slow, guys. Come on, hurry up.
Oh, come on.
I'm not personally. When I watch how-to videos, my business partner, he does this. He watches them and does it at the same time, and he would run into this mistake, it would log out in the background.
Yeah, I did.
I'm not. I watch first, then I do. I like to watch, do nothing, just take it in, and then.
You reckon the sentence will be still there? Oh, go away. We didn't actually change much, to be fair.
No, don't do that. 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 Go back on the other window. Otherwise, it will not be there.
Other window.
Yeah, press OK.
Yeah.
Now we're going to click save, and fingers crossed it just works. Otherwise, you've got to press reset.
Oh, well done. Yeah. That is a good tip.
There you go.
Yeah, cool.
Because it just remembers the web page is still there. It just goes, okay.
Yeah, cool. Right, I'll end the recording here and make a new one because it's hit 43 minutes. Okay.
I've got some serious editing to do
now.
So we've done that. Are we doing this? We turn this tutorial the whole thing, or does it just get going? Because there's more.
It's up to you. We can get a listing on. Is there quite a lot to go through?
You haven't got any listings, so actually, there's no point me then trying to show you everything else because listings is like what's important. You can just hover your mouse over stuff if you want, and I can just explain things. So go over setting, like where it says settings anyway. Okay, so I'll quickly explain to everyone here. So profile would be just your details, and if you want to add VAs and everything, that is going to be in there. Global, so yeah, profile is just like your logins, and then you can add more logins for VAs, so they can have their own access. Literally, you put username and password in, and then they use those details to log in. Global settings is what we've just been on. Billing is going to tell you how much you're getting billed and when. Zero exceptions are literally, if there's any words, not brands, because brands you can't override. Salefreaks have their own mega list, which I do like that they do that. And if you ever run into a Vero, so you ever have a brand that you can't have, or a product, or a word, or something you can't have, it's been taken out by eBay, what you do is you take the name that they tell you that's the problem, You then send it to Salefreaks support, and they will add it as a new Vero, so then everyone benefits from it. And then on the Salefreaks dashboard, it comes up a little, you wouldn't see this yet, but it comes a little thing that says Vero, and then you just click on it, and then you can just remove them. It's so easy.
Okay, cool.
It's so handy. So that's Vero, and Vero exceptions is where if there's a word that, say like they don't like the word iPhone, they ban it. I like the word iPhone, I want to sell iPhone stuff, like cases or whatever. So I put it as a Vero exception. I put the word in, so then it overrides their
Yeah, I've seen
Vero.
that one. And Apple.
Yeah, and smartphone, which is ridiculous. So I obviously didn't. I want to have the word smartphone because loads of those are in titles and things for, again, phone accessories. Integration is integrating things like Zik Analytics. That's a program where you can find hot selling items. It's a paid service, and it's something that we're going to show at some point. But I personally don't use it that much at the moment, but I have used it. And it is good, and there's some people using it very well because you can find hot selling items off sellers really easily. So you can integrate the listings into Salefreaks without having to pull them out and then put them back in.
Okay.
That's that. Okay.
So that's that. Should we go through the listings, because that's quite a
Yeah,
confusing...
we'll do the listing. So I just want to say what the settings were. So yeah, reports. I'm not even sure what that is, to be honest. My balance is not important. That's to do with managed accounts. Oh, monthly sales reports. That
Yeah,
kind of
there we
stuff.
go. That'll be statistics and stuff, won't it?
Yeah. My accounts is where you go and you find your Amazon accounts and everything. That's just it's fine on its own.
Yeah.
Orders is literally your orders page. You can see what orders you've got and purchase issues. And then items is you literally will look at your items. I don't use the other ones, but I only use the items tab. And that is where you can literally look at your items and you can have filters. So you can remove items, you can look at ones that have sold, haven't sold, you can do loads of different things. So you can actually like reorganize them and that kind of stuff. So it's really handy, that one is. Listing wizard, so this one, all three of these will be useful at some point. We're going to do, this is a tough one. I should have thought about this before. We're going to use two of them very quickly, actually. But we should have got I could have got this prepped for you, so it's my bad as well. So have you got some ASINs that you can pull straight away now?
I think I may have loaded one. I loaded two, I think, already.
On which one? Listing Wizard?
On Listing Wizard.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
So Listing Wizard is something where you can list straight away, everyone. So if you click on that, you'll be listing straight onto your eBay account without it going through any kind of like special program or anything. It will just go through its normal system.
Yeah, let me pull an ASIN for you right now. I've got one right in front of me. There we go. I've got an ASIN.
Trying to list these. Did they have an error or something?
I don't think so. I don't know. I scanned them and then I got confused.
How did you scan them?
I just pressed new.
Oh yeah, that's normal. That's what you meant to do. I don't know why it says status scan and it's just stuck there. Click on new anyway. Get like 10 for me if you can. So like if you don't have 10, don't worry about it. Go on Amazon and just scrape some.
Yeah, I'll scrape a few. Here we go.
So I use the grabbing tool just like probably you do as well. It is an easy grabbing tool, but everyone can type. There's a link in one of my descriptions on my YouTube videos straight to the grabbing tool anyway. I'd love to make my own.
What, your own grabbing tool?
Yeah, I don't know. I just love the novelty of adding that, like as a little extra freebie for people.
Right, here we go.
Easy program.
There we go.
Nice. So we've got the ASINs. This is where you put your ASINs. Where you can grab your ASINs if you're going to list them straight onto Salefreaks. So you're going to click next once you've got the ones you want to list.
Okay.
And you're going to leave it on speed search.
Speed search is...
Yeah, so there's two different tools that we're going to be using for listing. This one is just don't bother using the other ones. This one's you want to put them straight on, right? This is where you found some hot sellers from other people and you just know they're good. You know, like the video I did about finding hot selling items on eBay.
Yeah, sniping items, yeah.
You're sniping items and you know they're good. There's no point trying to run them through another program because they're already selling well. You get that list, you put it on speed, you select speed search, click next. Okay. Then you tag it, so you put the name there. And this tag, the good thing about this tag will remain on Salefreaks, and then you can filter items. You can find that tag and say what's actually sold from this batch. So you can kind of really get stuck in with the details.
So this was called beauty. This was under the beauty section in
Cool.
in Amazon. So I'll just call it beauty.
Yeah. And then you got count and templates. Now templates, I probably actually will send you mine, Scott, as well, because it's like I improved their templates a little bit. Just the wording's a little bit better.
Okay.
Otherwise, they all look the same. So default's fine for now. It's just that their default one is not quite right.
Yeah.
To what you would have, what you've set up on your eBay settings, but it's fine for now.
That's fine.
Force allow Vero is only good if you've got items you know that, again, are selling really well by someone else, and you don't want Salefreaks to sort of screw it up. But I just don't force it. I don't really force it. I leave it as that because I want Salefreaks, even if they're a bit overcautious, I'd rather be overcautious than under, and you just don't want to get Veros. So you're going to click list all as well, where it says list all on the little tick box.
List all, there we go.
Yeah, and then you're going to click generate.
Generate.
And where it says account in the stores, if you have multiple stores, everyone, you will have to select the correct store, otherwise it'll keep going on the same one. And you can see there at the top it says 0 out of 0 results scanned. Now to see them live, if you want to see them working live, you hover your mouse over Listing Wizard, where it says Listing Wizard at the top.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you go to Listing Generator.
Listing generator.
And this is where everything goes once you've actually listed it. Click on it, and you'll see it actually like working live sort of thing.
Okay, that's cool.
Did you put 100 on? Or is this from before? Is this an old one?
No, I didn't even put 100 on that one. I put 56 on.
Well, obviously they all failed. It says that's 4 in the morning though. So is this another? Was this some other time?
I don't know. I might have.
Go back. I think we're looking at an old one that didn't work.
Yeah, I don't think that must have been yesterday.
Yeah, go on the fail. Let me see what the fail.
How do I do that?
Did you go on click on it again?
Yeah.
We just did. And then click on failed.
Failed.
Then go on all. Oh, this is Coupon Hunter. Yeah. So let's see. Oh, here we go. Message from Will pending on your PayPal account period of time. Isn't linked to a PayPal account.
Okay.
If you don't have a PayPal account, you'll need to set one up. Blah 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 blah. Have you linked a PayPal account to this account?
I'm not sure yet. Where would I do that?
So
we'll do that afterwards. It's fine.
This is a new one. So you've got to remember on your business policy, you need to put a PayPal account in there, and if you have,
I've done
you need
that.
to untick immediate payment.
Untick it.
Untick it, yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
The reason why is if sometimes eBay, depending on what order you do things, you need to have a PayPal first, right? And eBay needs to know about it. And if it doesn't, then what happens is it needs a transaction first. And this is something we didn't do before because we didn't know this, and it never was a problem before. But now you need you need a sale first to eBay know that that's a real PayPal, then you can tick it. By the way, unticking it will do nothing. It still comes up as immediate payment, PayPal, and all this stuff.
Oh, okay. I'll just leave it unticked then. Yeah.
Yeah, when you do it, untick that.
All right.
So go back again. You're obviously going to get that problem, unfortunately, with this one then.
Ready, 56 out of 56.
Yeah, so unfortunately, they're also going to fail because you've got the same problem. But what will happen now, guys, is Salefreaks is going to slowly list these. On the API, it just lists them one after the other and keeps going. It's going to list these, but just slowly and gradually because the program...
Is it going to list them straight to my store, is it?
Yes, this is it. This is going to go straight to your store.
Okay.
So this would work, guys. All you need to do is on eBay, make sure if it's a brand new PayPal account, you're going to have to untick required immediate payment on your business policy. And there is a business policy video on our playlist, our course playlist. So please look at that. So that's that for listing. If you go onto Locator tool now, this is one of the exciting tools. Let's say you've gone on Amazon, Amazon.co.uk. In fact, do that now. If you go on Amazon.co.uk for me, because I might as well just show people this kind of like live.
Yes. Let me go another tab.
And let's say just go to the top and just do minus blah 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 whatever. Just click hyphen and then just any letters.
Oh, what up here?
No, in the search tab you were just there. So hyphen and then any letters you want, any combination.
What's a hyphen?
Oh, it's the little dash. It's
Oh, is
fine.
it? Just
Yeah.
what, just like that?
No, the little line, the little dash that hovers in the middle.
Oh, that one.
That's the one. And then
Any numbers?
yeah. No, so and letters as well, like just weird
Okay.
combinations. So then
There we go.
nothing could possibly be it. Yeah, and press enter. So what that means, by the way, is now showing items that have that don't have this. That's what the minus is. So if you would say minus dogs, it'll show all the items that don't have dogs in, right, or that were named dogs. Obviously, nothing has that in, so it shows all items. But what it does is it gives you all the categories on the left. So you've suddenly got everything there for you.
Okay.
So we're going to click Prime. We're going to do your standard stuff.
Let me move this over here. There we go.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to click Prime.
And then you're going to go down and click 4 stars on items. This is, again, we're just trying to make sure we're going to get stuff that is kind of like probably already selling well, and we know it's well reviewed.
4 stars and up.
Yeah. 4 stars and up, and then you're going to go on to say like go on garden and outdoors. I'm just something like that.
Yeah.
Or pet supplies, whichever. They're big.
Oh,
They're both.
yeah, go on. Let's go on pet supplies. I'm feeling pettish.
And then go down, do like your own little minimum. So put something in there, and then put a max as well.
We'll do minimum 4. Nah, we'll do minimum 3. 2. There we go.
2. Wow.
Is that low? Is that low?
Yeah, I wouldn't go that low personally, just because I want more profit.
Alright, I'll tell you what. I'll change my mind. I'm gonna get it 8.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say max is 50.
Yeah, go 50. Then we'll just click go.
Because we want it to be under. We want it to be under a certain amount, don't we, or something?
Yes. Well, no, it doesn't really matter. Again, it really doesn't matter. So right now, we've got a nice wide range, and so we're going to grab as many as we can. So just use the rocket for now on the easync grabbing tool.
There we go.
Yeah.
We have the rockets.
And then we'll just get like
38
get
items.
a couple of clicks. Get like 3 clicks in there. So by the way, guys, it's the easync grabbing tool. As you can see, it just keeps grabbing more and more items.
Yep.
You can only click the rocket to get a page, and it'll go to the next one. That is the fastest way if you just want to get a few hundred items. If you're going to get thousands, you can click the little timing grab, which is the clock, and it'll just slowly just go through each page and grab each one.
Mm-hmm.
Watch out though, easync does crash. If it does, you can just go on your Chrome extensions and press reload, and it will have all the ASINs still there. They won't disappear, because I thought that was the case and we panicked first time. We got into easync support and it took so long to get back to us. I'd already figured it out.
Yeah, it's standard.
Which is pretty standard. So anyway,
Right, so we copied them.
you copy them. You click the copy button, yeah.
Yep, done that.
Cool. And then go back onto Salefreaks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where it says argument,
Yep.
paste it there. And then in the name, you either name it yourself, or I sometimes copy and paste what it says on Amazon, because then you know what it is.
What's that? Just anything
The
or
top bit where it says pet supplies store, from there onwards,
pets?
just copy all that.
All of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, obviously put pets in there as well, because you haven't got the pets bit. Why is it going
Pets.
Yeah.
There we go. Pet supplies.
That's cool.
Primary.
And then all you're going to do is click on search and compare.
Search
Yeah, that does.
Did you just have a video upload? I think.
I didn't know. We've obviously got an auto upload. Look at that for timing, everyone.
Yeah. Not watching that. Gotta hide that.
Yeah. You've just bypassed that now anyway.
Yeah. Search and compare.
Search and compare. Select account. Now it's going to be. That's weird.
There's 2, but they're exactly the same.
All right, just click on one anyway. This is for the video anyway. You can deal with all your problems yourself.
Yeah.
So click on scan now. And what this is going to do, and this isn't going to be, unfortunately, this isn't going to be straight away. So I'd love to be able to show you an example. This is why it probably would have been a good idea to get an example. Mm-hmm. But I will be doing a video on this, by the way, myself, and you will see the results. I am going to have them ready for Monday. So yeah, this is going to be shown. So what you would do is you would click, when it's done, you would actually just click on it. Just click on it now if you want, the one that says 104. It's actually getting the quota now, so it's showing all the items. Now this is where it's really handy. So the locator tool will only find items if you untick non-competitive and no competition detected. Only find items that are sold in the last 30 days by any seller on eBay of those ASINs.
Ooh, Okay, so if I untick them, it'll
It'll
find the
only
last
find
30 days.
now. What that does, it does again. What I've said, like I said in the sniping thing, what it does for you is one, it'll find you items that are selling, right? Of those ASINs that you grabbed, because of course when you just spaff them on like we used to, like the bulk listing method, which does work, but it's just nowhere near as efficient.
Yep.
It does one thing, it gets you the ones that are only selling, so it means it's kind of hot selling. And number two, again, it does that thing where it kind of filters out those problem ones where you're not going to get Vero or copyright or trademark issues. You're going to get ones that are already selling where they don't mind you selling their items. At the end of the day, we're selling their items, they're making money. I would love to be one of these guys. In fact, I'm trying to be one of these guys on Amazon who are doing wholesale. That's what we're trying to do at the moment. And I'd love for you guys to then one day dropship my items. So it's a win-win.
Yeah.
So this allows you to then filter it. Now, because you've got a small store, what's even better, Scott, is you can go onto easync, grab up 10,000 items if you want, up to 10,000, put them, not on easync, sorry, on Amazon using the easync grabbing tool.
Oh, yeah.
Not means the easync, I mean using the grabbing tool on Amazon, and then you could put 10,000 items through this. That's how many you can put through at a time. And then you could just list super hot, which is 5 sales and up. So cold is 1 sale and up, warm is 2 sales and up.
Oh, we don't want that.
Hot is 3, very hot is 4, super hot is 5 plus.
I think we want 5 plus, don't we? I think.
Yeah, of course, because then you're getting super hot. Now you can't do anything right now because it's not grabbed all the listings. You will be able to do this.
Okay.
The other stuff I don't really use. Sometimes I use the profit percentage if you want to guarantee that they're actually the item on Amazon is definitely cheaper than the one on eBay. And the reason why sometimes they're not, because there are genuine sellers on eBay who are selling the exact same item. So. And they've got it. So, yeah.
So if you were to put profit, what would you put?
No, there's that. Oh no, on that. Oh, it says profit percentage. I put 0 because you want it just more than 0. So if you click on all, it'll say above, greater than.
So it'll always be greater than.
And you put 0 in the box, and then that way, you then click show results and only show you ones that got above 0%, which means it's very likely that it's an Amazon and then eBay one, because every now and again you'll get Amazon product and the exact same product someone's selling on eBay, but they're actually just an eBay seller and they're selling it for way less.
Okay.
See where I'm coming from? But it doesn't mean they won't sell just because they're selling cheaper than you, so it's still worth doing at this time.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so that's pretty much listings covered, isn't it, I think?
That's pretty much the listings covered in that sort of nutshell. What I'm doing in my other video, I will be showing people like I'll be showing them grabbing the listings like we kind of just did then, using locate tool fully, and also using a tool from easync as well. That's why I have an account that I pay just like a little bit of money, so I keep easync open so I can actually use easync tools.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I think that's the setup. I know there's going to be tons of questions everyone's going to have after this, but this video's gone on a long time anyway. We will cut it down. I just want to make sure that everyone knows how to set up with Salefreaks, so it's not everyone's not scratching their head and worried or anything like that. Just remember that chat support's really good, so you can come to me with questions, but get on the chat support first and say it to them, because they will, when they answer, they will know what to do, how to fix things, and they'll give you peace of mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it for this one. I'm trying to think of anything else to put on. Have you got any questions at this point, Scott?
I think people, when I was first making the account, one of the questions I asked you is I was wondering how to get onto my eBay, and how I did it is you go onto accounts and then there is your proxy.
Yeah.
And,
this is what my account looks like. So you'll have your eBay one here, then all your Amazon accounts next to it, by the way, when you add accounts.
Yeah, and I got an error when I first made my account that wouldn't let me click this button, which is maybe normal-ish. So all I did is chat support, and then they allowed me to click it, which then takes you through the proxy to
That's awesome.
to your eBay, which
The
is
proxy webcam,
yeah.
Nice.
So it just logs in through that, and then it says please wait, and then it just.
I'm glad you're showing this, because by the way, everyone, this is exactly what it looks like.
Yeah. There we go. Right. So as for the auto ordering, when you first create your account, it's going to say disabled, and then what you need to do is you need to go into the upgrade button, and it will come up, and you press upgrade, and then you want to press confirm, and that will confirm that you have enabled auto ordering. Simple as that. Simple as that.
Yeah. goes into pending, and then we'll just say active or whatever it says.
Yeah.
Enabled, like enabled.
Yeah.
And then that's it. So yeah, that's the entire sort of get going, taking action. Scott's been taking action. Mate, you've done really well. Like the fact that you went on easync and just put tons of items on, and you just followed my course and set up till 5 a.m. doing it. It's ridiculous in itself, but you actually made a bit of money, and now
and I've made money, which is good.
Yeah, exactly. You've made money. You've already made your shop fees back and everything. And because you've done that, we're now on the phone here talking. So we probably wouldn't if you took it slower. And there's nothing wrong with taking it slower, but you've just gone for it. And now you're here, you're listing on Salefreaks, and now everyone can see how easy it is. I mean, how hard was that? I know we'd have to sit and do it, but really from an effort point of view,
it wasn't much.
You're a plumber. You've done things before. You're just like, oh.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you try unblocking someone's toilet and then ask them if you want to do this or that.
Yeah, exactly. It's so much easier. He's really far away. He's Portsmouth.
Why?
So we're going to be like, plumber, all quotes and all this stuff. You're like, I'm sure if you know why, you'd be doing some freebies for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it! I need to get people. I need to think about who the people I'm going to teach.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna drive all the way up to you just to fix your tap.
Yeah. I'll get the most meaningless, pointless task ever. I'm like, mate, come fix it.
Yeah. Can you come hit this with a hammer for me?
Yeah. Why? Because I've helped you. I just
Yeah, I want you to drive all the way up here and suffer.
Yeah. Then when you get here, I'll go, you took too long, mate. I did it myself.
Nice.
I called another plumber.
Yeah. Nice.
But yeah, no, mate, you've done really well, and I think you're going to do well with Salefreaks as well.
I hope so. Yeah.
I encourage people. I'm going to ask you this now as well, Scott. I encourage people to go in the WhatsApp group as well, because we're communicating loads. And again, we wouldn't be on this call if Scott hadn't jumped into the WhatsApp group, because it'd just be messages on YouTube. And this makes the difference between me just putting loads of content on YouTube and teaching, and to actually helping people one-on-one and being able to like get them going.
Yeah, definitely. WhatsApp group is a big help.
Yeah, good. I'm glad. And it's still quite small at the moment, but it's growing every day. I've got a few people that are on the fence, where they're not on the fence as such. They haven't said that, but they're just like, I've got to make sure they actually want to do it, because I don't want to just plonk loads of people in. I want active users. That's why I keep messaging people going, hey, how you doing? Still all good? And they go, oh, sorry, I haven't messaged in a while. I've been busy. So as long as they're replying, then that's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely good.
So that's it. I think that's it, Scott. I think we've done it.
Yeah, I think we're done. Until I can sort out the rest of the stuff, then I think we're done.
But keep smashing it, mate. And like, we'll get some items on there, and I'm going to do that video on Monday anyway about grabbing items and stuff. But you already know sort of like the general run through, and I'll show you the sort of other bits that you can do. But this is it. You can just grow these stores. Oh, one thing, just so you know, don't do the same thing on easync as on Salefreaks. Don't plaster them on, and that's purely because it's way more delicate the way the non-API system works. I don't know exactly why, but I just going from experience, I have shut my own accounts down by plonking on too many on non-API. It must be the way it keeps coming in and out of eBay, logging in and out. So we're talking like at the start, mate, just putting like 20, 30 items just to get yourself going, and just make sure they're super hot and either sniped or super hot and locator only at the moment. So
super hot.
Start off like that. You want to build up sales. You can get a lot of sales from 500 items.
Yeah, perfect. That's what we want.
Cool. Stop recording if you want.